Microsoft MB-820 exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. A company must comply with new tax regulations that require updated tax tiers. You are tasked with modifying the base application table by using a table extension. Which table field property is allowed to be modified in a table extension? A. Calc formula. B. Decimal places. C. Blank 0. D. Auto format type. The answer is B. When using a table extension in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central or similar platforms, decimal places is a customizable field property that can be changed without altering the base table logic. This property controls how many digits appear after the decimal point, which is relevant when dealing with tax values and currency formatting. Properties like calc formula, blank 0, and auto format type are more closely tied to the internal logic or system rendering and are not changeable in table extensions. You are designing a report in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. To improve user experience, you want the values entered on the request page, such as filters or options, to be remembered the next time the report is executed. Which property should you configure to achieve this? A. Set the transaction type property to update. B. Declare a save values variable and set it to true in the on-open page trigger. C. Set the use request page property to true. D. Set the save values property to true. The answer is D. The save values property, when set to true, ensures that the input values provided on the request page, like filters and options, are retained and used the next time the report is opened. This improves usability by reducing the need for users to re-enter the same values each time. You are developing unit test functions to verify new features in an application. To organize your test functions, you need to create a test code unit. Which property should you configure in the code unit to indicate that it is specifically for testing purposes? A. Subtype. B. Access. C. Description. The answer is A. The subtype property of a code unit is used to define its behavior. To designate a code unit as a test code unit, you must set the subtype property to test. This ensures that the system recognizes it as a test code unit and allows you to define and run test functions within it. You are tasked with exporting data from Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. The export must be in CSV format with fields that do not have a fixed length or width. When creating the XML port to handle this export, which value should you assign to the format property to meet this requirement? A. XML. B. Variable text. C. Fixed text. The answer is B. The variable text format allows for exporting data with variable length fields, which is ideal for CSV files where each field can differ in size. This contrasts with fixed text, which requires fixed length fields, and XML, which outputs data in XML format, not suitable for CSV export. You have created a page with its page type property set to Role Center. While navigating through the different sections of this page, you want to add new functionalities. What is the correct way to do this? A. Define actions in the reporting area before defining actions in the creation area. B. Define the navigation menu in the processing area. C. Define the navigation bar in the embedding area. D. Add a source table to the role center page. The answer is C. A role center page serves as a dashboard or homepage with various sections and navigation elements. To add functionalities such as navigation links or quick access to other pages, you typically define the navigation bar within the embedding area of the role center. This area controls how other pages or actions are embedded and presented as part of the role center interface. Adding a source table, option D, is not applicable since role centers do not display table data directly. Options A and B refer to actions or menus but do not relate to the proper way to add navigation functionalities within a role center. A company uses a Business Central online environment. You need to export a file from a client by using the download from stream method, which requires an in-stream data type to send the data. Which of the following methods should you use to create the in-stream? A. Use the OATON-stream method from the code unit, temp blob. B. Use the OATON-stream method for the blob field of the temp blob table. C. Use the createOnStream method for a file type variable. The answer is B. In Business Central, to create an in-stream for exporting data, you typically use the OATOnStream method on a blob field, such as the blob in the temporary temp blob table. This provides a stream interface for the binary data you want to send. The temp blob table is often used as a container for temporary binary data, and using its blob field's OATOnStream method correctly initializes the in-stream for file operations like download from stream. Option A is incorrect because temp blob is not a standard code unit. Option C is incorrect because createOnStream is not applicable directly for file type variables in this context. A company has an infrequent task that users often need help completing by following a step-by-step procedure. They want to create a wizard that guides users through each step to finish the task. Which page type should you use to build this wizard? A. Navigate page. B. Card. C. Role center. D. List. The answer is B. A card page is designed to guide users through a process or workflow in a structured, step-by-step manner, making it ideal for creating wizards. Unlike list or role center pages, card pages focus on detailed, form-like interactions, which is perfect for infrequent tasks that require user guidance. You are responsible for cleaning up sandbox environments for a company that requires all data to be cleared every time an extension is published. To achieve this, you need to configure the launch.json file accordingly. Which value should you set for the schema update mode property? A. Force upgrade. B. Force sync. C. Synchronize. D. Recreate. The answer is D. Setting schema update mode to recreate ensures that the environment schema is completely dropped and recreated during the extension deployment. This process clears all existing data, making it ideal for sandbox environments where data needs to be reset every time an extension is published. Other modes like force upgrade or force sync update the schema without wiping the data entirely. To enable debugging in an extension and view its source code, in which configuration file should you set the Allow Debugging property? A. Settings. JSON. B. RAD. JSON. C. App. JSON. D. Launch. JSON. The answer is C. The Allow Debugging property is configured in the app JSON file, which defines settings for the extension, including whether debugging is allowed. This enables developers to inspect and debug the extension's source code during development. Other files like settings, JSON or launch JSON serve different purposes, general settings and debugger launch configurations, respectively, and do not control extension debugging permissions. You have a query object named itemsQuery, and you are working with an itemsQuery query variable in your code. You want to export the data retrieved by this query to a file. Which save as function should you use to export the data in a common, easy-to-use spreadsheet format? A. Save as Excel. B. Save as Void. C. Save as XML. D. Save as CSV. The answer is D. The Save as CSV function exports the query data into a CSV, separated values, file format, which is widely supported by spreadsheet applications like Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, and many others. This makes CSV the most common and practical choice for exporting query data for further use or sharing. Save as Excel might seem like a good option, but it's not typically available or standard for query objects in many systems. Save as Void and Save as XML are not standard export formats for data and are less common or not relevant for exporting query results.